What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Adeze and I am a Nigerian YouTuber in the UK. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always clicking on my videos and watching them. So basically this video is going to be a chit chat video of because I've not been very consistent on YouTube, because if you watch my previous video you'd see that that's my wedding vlog. I recently got married, so I had to give myself enough time to be able to plan the wedding and also to actually understand what I got myself into. So this video is just going to be about how I'm adjusting from single life to married life, and if there are any changes or things that I'm actually getting used to. So I'm going to talk about them here. First of all, I'm going to talk about this one. It's not everybody knows that. I mean, if you get married, you're going to be able to stay in the same room with your spouse, but most times these are just talks. You actually have to do them. When you start doing them, you understand that it's not just about talk, it's about doing it. So I've always been someone who is used to staying in my room. I went to a boarding school in secondary school, so I had my own space. You always have your bed, and then after boarding school I went to school of nursing, and in there you always have your own bed space. So at home as well, I had my room to myself, so I do to it whatever I want. But now getting married, you have to be in the same room with your husband or your wife, so it's something that I actually had to get used to, because sometimes when I sleep and then in the middle of the night I'm like, who is on my bed? Who is that person? And I'm like, oh girl, you're married. So it needed some getting used to. It's not actually bad, but it's just, you just have to get used to staying on the same bed with this person every night, and then also sharing the space. So if you're like me now, you have loads of clothes and you have loads of things, like I need a room to myself. So I just had to get rid of some things, dash some things out, send some to the charity store. So anyways, that's just, it needed some getting used to, but it's not bad at all. It's just it is just when you hear people say, hey, yeah, you have to share the same room with your husband, it's not very clear. Like, you need to do it to actually know, oh okay, I'm in the same room with someone, so you don't run out at night to think that someone has invaded your privacy. Anyway, so that's by the way. The second thing is cooking. I'm a very good cook. I don't have any issue with cooking, but sometimes you can just decide, I don't want to cook this whole week. In fact, this whole month I don't want to make anything. I want to always eat out. So, but getting married now, I have to get used to cooking. Always there must be food at home. I mean, it might not be so for every other culture, but for my culture and in my country, Nigeria, you always have to make food for your husband. So even when he goes to work, I have to get food ready for him to go to work with. So it's like something that I have to get used to. Most times when I was single, I can just be on my bed and be like, you know what, today I'm not going to cook anything. I'm going to order, maybe by 12 I order KFC. When I finish that one, at 6 o'clock I order Chinese. So well, it's totally different now. Like sometimes, like few times, once in a while we order maybe Domino's pizza. Not just, but it's not a routine. Like, I have to be sure that I make that food ready. And the one thing my husband is, he doesn't allow food stuff to be scarce. He doesn't want me to have any excuse like, but babe, we don't have this, that's why I didn't cook. Nah. He makes sure that there's everything. So that needed some getting used to, which being 3 months into marriage, I've actually been able to put that into my routine. Another thing is, of course, it wasn't so difficult to get used to this, but being someone who has always been independent, I manage my finances. Now that I'm married, of course, we have to put our financial status and everything on the table so that we understand each other better, make long-term goals and short-term goals as a couple and as a family. So it wasn't really difficult to get used to. I had expected it, and it didn't take me unawares. So but the other thing, the only thing that took me unawares is now I can't shop as much as I want. Like, you have to think about, okay, you're now a family, I'm now a family person, I have to think about the future, I have to think about just make plans, very long-term goals that does not involve just me, it now involves someone else. So yeah. One other thing that I need to talk about is my anger level dropped. So maybe, like, if my husband does something to me, maybe when we're dating, if he had done something to me, I might get angry for, say, for instance, let me say 30 minutes. But now, if he does the same thing to me, I get angry for 5 minutes. Why? Because I'll just look at him like, this person I will spend the rest of my life. Why would I even want to get angry for so long? In fact, you even get angry, you get tired. So you better just get small angry and get over it. Because you're living in the same house with this person. I mean, sometimes when you even have gist, your mouth will be scratching you, like you want to talk to this person whether you want it or not. So it's like you can't get angry for long. You just forgive and forget. So, well, it's fun so far. It's been, like I said, it's coming, it has its own ups and downs. This is someone that I haven't lived with for my whole life. I'm just getting to live with him, so we are bringing in our own individual views about life and about and infusing it into our marriage. So most times we don't agree. Okay, now take for instance, when we went to shop for our house, we moved in together. So when you pick this one, oh, I want this one, I'm like, no, I don't want this one, I want that one. It's like, well, I don't like yours. I'm like, yes, I don't like yours as well. Okay, now we have to drop it and go and look for the one that both of us have decided that, okay, we like this one, let's go for this one. So sometimes we just have these disagreements, but we always disagree to agree. We always find a balance in the middle. So far I'm going to say that marriage is actually worth it. It's fun so far. I pray it stays that way. So I also pray that if you're here and you're praying to God for a life partner, that God blesses you with the right person. Thank you very much for clicking on this video, and I'll still keep on posting. I'm back to YouTube and I'm back to stay. Mwah.